Welcome to another episode of Rap with Riddim. That's me. I, I think I'm obligated to say, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I said it. Hopefully, the YouTube gods are pleased with my holding on to tradition, so to speak. But wagwan, it's been a minute. I mean, it's probably been a week because you know it's last week Tuesday since I've dropped something. And speaking of last week Tuesday, I know you guys asked me for a performance from Jasmine. She agreed, and we're just working on the kinks of how we're going to where we're going to get a performance sorted. Um, so last week episode was an example of what Rap with Rhythm will be about. One of the things that Rap with Rhythm will be about, and I just want to thank you guys who have watched it. Who has, though, for those of you who hasn't, I think you should just go back right now, pause this video, go back and watch my intro video to know what the channel is about, and watch the second video to see an example of what I'm talking about. And so you don't feel left out. I don't want you to feel left out when we're talking about all these things. So today I'm going to tell y'all a story of how I got the name Riddim and how Riddim became this person, right? But before I do that, I think right now is where you pause the video and you'd like, share, subscribe, and you would send it to some of your friends and tell your friends that Rap with Rhythm is going to tell a story. It's the time now. So Rap with Rhythm is going to tell a story, and nobody wants to miss it. Also, I have a giveaway, about two giveaways. So what you need to do is watch until the end, so you can know how to be a part of the giveaway or how you can get the gift or gifts. Yeah, depending on who you are, you probably can get both of them, none of them, all of them. Right. So yeah. And before I go into the story, please, I want you to let you know that you are beautiful and God loves you. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't believe it, you are beautiful. God loves you. So let's go into the story. So once upon a time, before I identified as a 35-year-old, a couple of years ago, I think I was 34. I was that sexy as I am now, but I was sexy nonetheless. Right now you're seeing some pictures of how sexy I was then, um, and now you see me now, right? So I was that sexy, and I think it was the year of 2013 when I was doing workshops on gender-based violence in high schools. I just finished a session in Cumberland High School, and I got a call from Manifesto Jamaica. Now, Manifesto Jamaica is a NGO that focuses on nation building through the arts, right? So you can find them on Instagram, Twitter. You can Google Manifesto Jamaica, and I think their website will come up, so you can find out more about them. I just did a plug for Manifesto. Go Manifesto. They really made me like, they gave me a platform, took me overseas, sent me overseas twice. Right. So I got a call from managing director of Manifesto Jamaica, Leslie, and she said that they are something another. Scotland. I'm like, Scotland? Sure. And I said, you know what? I can't hear you, so I'll call you back when I get home. Before I even called her back, I told my mother that I was going to Scotland. And my mother, being my mother, asked me, how was I going to get there? I had no idea. None whatsoever. It didn't really matter to me. I go to Scotland. I thought everything was going to be paid for, and I believe in God. So something is said, why not go for it? So I called back Leslie, and what she explained was that the National Youth Theatre of Scotland was hosting a Tin Forest Festival. So there was this dome like building that was big, that was going to be renovated. So they were going to use it one last time to host a festival from persons from different countries: Bangladesh, India, New Zealand, Malta, Jamaica, persons from England and Scotland. So different places of Scotland. You had Edinburgh, you had Aberdeen, you had Glasgow, and we'd all come to one space and we'd mix with share cultures. We do facility, we do workshops on things from our culture, and I learned how to say "what's up" in Maltese, Maltian. The language that Maltians, Maltese speak. So it's Kifakna. So say it after me. Kifakna. Yeah, and then I think they say tie up as a response to it. So like how we say wagwan, we say not much. Kifakna. Wagwan. Tie up, not much. See? Different culture, same thing. So we got there late, but before getting there, let me go back. So we met all the persons who were going to be in this devised theatre piece that we're creating to take to Scotland, and we threw out some ideas of what we would want the play to be, and then the idea of having proteges of different type of industries, different type of persons from industries. Like you'd have Smithy, who was a worksmith. So he was a protege of somebody who his father or mother was a worksmith or something. You had Riddim, who was his father or mother was a musician. You had Wisdom, who couldn't speak, but he was brilliant. And you had we were all in an orphanage, and you had Telly, and Telly was, looking back at it now, I think Telly was schizophrenic, because they were both of them. Like she was talking to herself, basically. And then there was the orphanage runner who would prevent us from expressing ourselves, how we do. But eventually, she came around. At first, they wanted me to play Wisdom, but I understand why they want me to play Wisdom, because I'm wise, I'm brilliant. Like, look at me. I don't have to speak for you to know how brilliant I am, because I'm smart, right? Wisdom didn't work out for me, right? So they tried my hand at Riddim, and I felt connected to Riddim. Like there was some soul tie thing between me and the character Riddim. I don't know if it's the need to express myself, and Riddim felt stifled, and he tried to express himself. But every time I'm telling him to shut up or stop him nice and him somebody, and I felt that way growing up. So I guess there was this just connection to the character. And we did it. We ran through the piece over and over. The piece was getting there, and it was time to get our visa started out. And in order to have a visa, you need to have a passport. I think that's how it works. I'm sure that's how it works. You can't stamp the visa in your hand. And I never had a passport. Never had a passport. I've never seen a passport in my life. I've never been to the airport. I didn't even know where the passport, where Pika was, right? So when they said, Renard, we need your passport by this time, I said, oh, you'll get it. Don't worry. I'll have it. You'll get it. And they were like, okay. So I went to my grandmother, another foundation, I think it was Joytown Foundation, and I explained my situation to them, and everybody chipped in to help me to get my passport. I got my passport the day before it was supposed to give in. So they were saying, Renard, when are they getting? I said, no, man, it's coming, man. Like the day before it was supposed to give in, I got it and I brought it in the other day. So then get one fresh passport. And when we went to do the visa interview, I always thought that visa interviews were hard and you know, them ask you all these bunch of questions and all that stuff. What they did, they held up my passport, looked at it, looked at me, and told me to say my name, like as if I wouldn't know what my name was. And I said my name, and they said, okay, come back in 15 days. And that was amazing. I just say my name just say my name and get a visa. Look at God. Woo. Continuing, so we got that sorted out, and then when we went for lunch, because there was also a struggle for us to find funding to go there. You know, it's a foundation, so you know they don't have money to just take up 10 persons and pay $200,000 per person for a flight to go to Scotland. Yeah, I mean, and I didn't have it either. Where am I gonna find that from? I had to fight to get my passport. So we had started campaigning, asking persons to donate and stuff like that. But then on the day we did the visa appointment, we went for lunch, and then during lunch they told us that our plane tickets are paid for. Like, we have nothing to worry about. All 10 tickets were funded by TIF, by Tourism Enhancement Fund, and one of the persons, the guy who played Smithy, who's a Georgia like myself, he cried because he was going to get to see his mother, who he hasn't seen in a very long time. So, you know, we were all excited in going, and you know, we rejoiced. We did a home show first, and the complaint was from the home show was that persons wouldn't be able to understand us because our patois was so deep. When we got there, there were persons speaking in their native language. There were the Indians speaking in Hindi, and I don't know if you know, but I can't even speak English that well. So to be able to speak Hindi or understand Hindi is crazy. So we saw that they were like, okay, we just have to put more emphasis on movements so that they understand what we're saying through movements, you know, to change the form of communication in order for them to understand properly. So, on our way to Scotland, and if you don't know, you know that I'm a lover of wine, and we were in the plane, and we got some small shots of wine, and I drank some. I think the person who was sitting beside me didn't want her or his. I don't remember who was sitting beside me. So I was like, pass it over, and I put that in my bag. You know, I was having them stored up. Well, see, this is my first time traveling, so I didn't know that, you know, you shouldn't pass through with the things that you get from the plane. So the wine that I got, I didn't plane make it, so I kind of simply got some boops and carried. Mm-hmm. When I was going through the next airport to take the plane, so we went from Norman Manley to England. I drove from one airport to England to the next airport in England. And we were passing through to take our next plane to Scotland. While passing through there, they scanned my bag and found, and they were seeing something that shouldn't be there. Yes, it was the wine where I should have drank. Them not strip me really, but I had to empty my bag, I expose my patty, I had to take off my you know, expose the hole in my socks, or I mean I try hide. I was unable to put everything back together in my bag when I was okay. And so we almost missed our flight to Scotland because of me. But when we got there late, as Jamaicans do. We got there late. So we were staying at a hostel in Glasgow on Jamaica Street. But we went to this place where everyone congregated, and then when the Jamaicans got there, we were there singing One Love, rapping. I think right now is a picture right here to show you the amount of persons who were there. It probably looks weird now because Corona. You see people, there's no space, but that imagine that amount of people staying in one hostel for about 10 days, getting to know each other and stuff. So yeah, my roommate was Smithy. He did, we were roommate, and when we got there we were hungry, so before dinner was ready, you know get something to eat. I brought the patties. Whenever Jamaican do when they're traveling, they take patty. So I bring the patty, I'm gonna go some hoops and whack with the patty 2 times. And almost all of us had patty. The patty didn't work well with our stomachs. The bathroom I would have said was probably angry at us for the amount of time we visited it. Listen, there was some things happening within that stomach right there after those patties were eaten, and there was a struggle because we bowed between who was going to use the bathroom first and all that stuff, and whew, I'm just glad that moment passed and is behind me because I would never want to experience that again. Like I couldn't go too far from the bathroom because, But my roommate, back to him. Wise guy, very smart person. I respect him very much as a smart individual because we basically live in the same room for the time being. Bunk beds. And this guy felt the need to toothpaste me, then go to sleep. As if, let bygones be bygones. He's tired. Let me not toothpaste him back. What? Nigga, what? I toothpaste his nastiness. Right back. But something he did that I didn't get to do back was, I don't know if I was extremely tired or if it was a jet lag or what, but this nigga, while I was sleeping, brought woman in at the place and bumped on the bunked bed. And I hope that wherever he is, he's congratulations, sir. Shout out to you. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, go you. Guys, I don't remember marriage first. I pray he gets married so he can have more sex inside of marriage. No, big man thing. You gotta get married first before you start having sex. Right. So, moving on. We went to, it was Performance Day. So, a little context, this was happening in 2014 when the Commonwealth Games was actually happening at Scotland as well. So, we were still, we were there the same time that the Jamaican athletes were there, Bolt and all of them. We were there as well. After them, no more than we. You know what I mean? And we were actually the first set of thespians from Jamaica to go to Scotland to perform. I think the National Youth Theatre did it. Jamaica's Youth Theatre went one time, but we were the first to do it. So Performance Day, man started up. You see me? I had my soliloquy that I wrote, and I remember performing it on Smile Jamaica when we were trying to seek fundings to go. And then I performed it because it was part of the play, but it could be taken away as a separate performance. So I performed it when I was doing it in the play. It's about how people just, they were going crazy for me. I think I'll drop the video. So here's the clip is probably running now. You're not hearing, but I'll drop the video of the full performance after this. So when this video done, you can go watch it. So you can know what I talk about. So yeah, we did that. There was one experience that I rather didn't appreciate when I was there, and it was a chef. I didn't eat his food from over there because what he was cooking looked nasty to me, and I ate with my eyes first. So he told me that he was going to make jerk chicken and rice and peas for me, and this was the day of our performance. So Jamaica will perform today. I'm going to have some Jamaican food. I was excited. I was ecstatic. I shared it in front of everybody. I'm going to tell everybody. The chef said I'm going to cook food today. I was talking to a dear friend of mine. I was talking to the girl that I was dating at the time. I was telling her back home, like, listen, the chef, I'm going to cook Jamaican food for me just because. When it was time to eat the food, this man, this chef, he cooked white rice, green peas, and he cut up chicken and cook it down in a barbecue sauce. I want to offer that to me as rice and peas and jerk chicken. I have never felt so disrespected in my life. Never. We couldn't even eat it. The rice is fresh. We are putting a salt in there for I don't want salt. Like, nigga. But all in all, it was a good experience. Apart from that thing. I don't know what that was. We went to visit museums and we saw amazing things. There are some clips from the museum that we saw. And I came home. When I came home, I started university. That's where I meet Mandem, right? I meet Mandem, and came friends. I had an art appreciation thing to do. So I was supposed to go to the National Art Gallery, choose some pieces, and then do a presentation. So I chose my piece was about women. There were some pieces there on women and the plight of women, and in helping my performance, my presentation, I wrote a poem called Speak Out, the very first spoken word poem I've ever written. And I performed it while I'm doing the presentation. And I was like, no, I could do this. Because I was writing poetry before, but not poetry to perform. So when I wrote this to perform, I was like, I could do this. And then I wrote Just Friends. So I wrote Just Friends in 2014. So Just Friends is a poem that catapulted me to almost everybody knowing me as Riddim. So I went to DLFC, a part of Circle K, which is the largest college-led service organization in the world. There, I went to DLFC, District Leadership Fall Conference, and they had a talent night, and IUC, International University of the Caribbean, that's where I went. We had to represent, and they wanted somebody to go. And I went and I did Just Friends, and the rest was history. From that, I don't remember what my name on Instagram was. I went on Instagram, changed my name to Riddim, and I started getting followings, persons I perform at school. So it started to grow, and persons were getting used to the name Riddim. I went over again in 2018. I went back to England in 2018, solo, and I did performances like in Scotland and in Leeds, all over the place. Also in England, I went to some just to let people know who Riddim is, and my social media shot again. So I went from like 200 to I think I'm like at 990 something now. So I think you guys should just go and follow me so we can reach 1,000, because why not? So yeah, that's how I became Riddim. They're in betweens of me being in plays and stuff like that. But I think those things will come up when because the person that I was in plays with are also performers that will be here. So that will come up when it's conversation time. As I promised, before I go, giveaway. So this is my friend. She is selling Defend Yourselves. That's what I call them. And it is basically all the goody stuff. So this is a pepper spray. This is a puncturing thingy. And it's a pom-pom, so it's really cute. She's selling them. You can go to aura_fragrance1 on Instagram, and you'll see she has them posted up. And I bought one from her to give away. So if you can get 5 of your friends to like and comment under this video saying who sent them, you have to subscribe and say who sent them, you'll win this. Yeah, you'll win this. So get 5 of your friends to comment that you sent them there, and this is yours. I remember it's aura_fragrance1 on Instagram. So if you want to buy it, it's a pepper spray, a punch tray, a punch arounds or something, and a pom-pom to look really cute. Second gift, like I said, I'm an author. It says so in my that thingy. And this is my book, Extra Examples. One of my books. It's available on Amazon. My other book, Tongue of Rose and Blood, is also available. So this book, a next person, if you can get 5 of your friends, can't be the same 5, to like, subscribe, comment that you send them here, you will win this book. And trust me, people have been enjoying this book. You can't see person. People who have read the book in their comments state it. That's it. Also, before I go, if you are a creative and you'd like to be on Wid Riddim, my platform is open to you. You can DM me on Instagram, Riddim_the_poet. That's RIDDIM_THAPOET. And the same thing on Twitter. You can DM me and we talk about when we can meet, we do an interview, we do a challenge, so people can get to know you. I'm here for the creatives who aren't being seen as much. That's what my platform is for you, to show you up and people know about you. So if you are so compelled to want to, share your craft and to people and stuff, just DM me and we'll talk. And before I go, I know I've said that before, but before I go, I would like to tell you to please like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your friend. You really want your friend to miss out and give them something there? Tell your friend. Talk to your friend. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend who need to tell a friend to come over to Rap Wid Riddim. Yeah. Come on, man. You really want to miss out on this? Look at me. You really want to miss out on this? No, you don't. So like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks again for watching. I've been the person talking to you for today. I'm Rap Wid Riddim. I'm Riddim. Out. Subscribe.